We read Surah Al-Kahf, but sometimes we achieve nothing out of it because we don't even know what we are meant to be achieving out of it. The first story mentioned in the surah, there are 4 stories in Surah Al-Kahf. First one mentioned is the people of the caves. Why did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make mention of that story? They were tested with their religion and they did not give it up. They left community and society and they went away for 309 years. They were out, locked and sealed in a cave as though they were bushmen or stone men or whatever you'd like to call them, but their religion was saved. So if we are to learn a lesson from Surah Al-Kahf, we should learn a lesson that when it comes to protection of our religion, we should leave no stone unturned. The second story mentioned in Surah Al-Kahf, very interestingly, the story of the 2 men. The man who had gardens and he had lots of wealth. And what did he say? We read the meaning of Surah Al-Kahf. It says, he said, all this I have been granted because of my own capacity, my brain. I worked hard and it's not going to be depleted. Not at all. He was given some guidance. That guidance is mentioned in Surah Al-Kahf that, hey, look, for you it's best to say that this is not because of my brain, my capacity. Allah has blessed me. He has guided me in a certain direction. He has allowed me to earn all this. So these earnings are actually from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's got nothing to do with me. I put in a small effort and Allah is the one who provided. That is what we learn from Surah Al-Kahf. So it is up to Allah. He can do what He wants. He can take away what He's given us, or He can give us what He has not yet given us. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to open the doors of our goodness. The third test that is made mention of, very interestingly, is the story regarding the test of knowledge, where Musa alayhi salam was asked a question. Who is the most knowledgeable? Being a Nabi of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said, yes, I have the most knowledge. He did not say it in a way to deny that Allah is the owner of knowledge and can bestow it upon anyone, but he felt Allah's bestowed it on me. I'm a Nabi. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to rectify that, correct it, fine tune it slightly. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, we want to show you someone who has more knowledge than you, not on a wholesome level, but certain categories of knowledge we've granted him more. And Allah wanted to show subhanahu wa ta'ala that to Musa alayhi salam. Musa alayhi salam met Al-Khidr, and when he met Al-Khidr, certain things happened. So the lesson we learn from that is always search for knowledge. Never think that I've arrived, now I know the most and I'm it, that's it. No. Search for knowledge, and over and above that, make sure it is pure, pristine, uncontaminated knowledge. And hunt for it, and ask, and keep on asking, until you are satisfied of the source of the knowledge, that this is now from Allah. Then we have the 4th test that is made mention of in the same surah, the test of power. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks about Dhul Qarnayn in Surah Al-Kahf. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks about how powerful he was. But he was a person who did not abuse that power. Not at all. As a leader, from this we definitely learn that Dhul Qarnayn and his example is for us. Now when we read the surah, Surah Al-Kahf, and we see all 4 angles and aspects, and we see that when it comes to the test of religion, we should not shake. And when it comes to the test of wealth, we relate it to Allah. And we should not seek it from anyone besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when it comes to the test of knowledge, we should ensure that we seek pristine, pure knowledge and that it is not contaminated. And fourthly, whenever we've been given authority on land, we should remember, fear Allah regarding that authority. Really now we should be reading the surah with its meaning, with understanding and with consciousness as to why is it that there are some narrations that have been reported by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where he says whoever reads it correctly, understanding it, knowing it, believing it with conviction, it will protect them from the trials and tribulations associated with the Dajjal, and it will protect them from the Dajjal. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us and our offspring, and may He make this a means of our closeness to the Quran. Come home again, Allah is calling.